Hello everyone, today we will be reviewing the Mandalorian Forge. I picked this up at Target for $30 US, and it has a total of 258 pieces. The main feature of this set is removable, and comes with a hammer and a wrench to clip onto the sides. Here we have the Mandalorian Armorer melting Beskar in the crate that this set comes with. The top is also removable, as in you can flip it up when it is not activated. Now you have to be careful with this, because as you can see here, it's very hard to keep all of the pieces in their rightful spots, and it's also kind of hard to put back down because there's a lot of friction, so it doesn't really have a lot of use. Besides, you can always just move the whole thing from a spot on the back. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. There we go. After that fiasco, it's pretty obvious that you don't want to move this thing around too much, because there's not a lot of friction on the bottom since it's plastic, and there's not a lot of room to maneuver it. Now this table right here can actually be partially removed, and come on, focus, and you can hold a single item in there. Now, it's not very useful, especially since it doesn't come with a lot of items to hold, but I appreciate it nonetheless. The main build itself is actually pretty nice. It comes with several things I didn't expect it to include. For instance, over here we have an unprinted Mandalorian Beskar helmet and a blade over here. This is actually a pretty interesting build, and I definitely like how it looks. So, the minifigure walking through the door is actually Paz Vizsla from the Vizsla clan, as indicated by the name. So I think it's a pretty nice figure to include. We'll go over him in a minute. Over here, we have a Beskar melting chamber on a smaller scale. So I kind of do like that they included that too, because it just gives you more options. There's a little lever up here. We have a holoprojector over here with the Mandalorian on it, and a couple buttons on the consoles over here. Next, we have the drawers, and to open those, you just move them to the side. Again, this isn't a very stable set. It shows a pair of pliers and a couple more drawers, but you can't really store anything in there. So what they have you do is just remove the whole thing, take the top off, and inside you have this. Now this is 1 bar of Beskar, 1 explosive, and 1 silver pistol, which I think is a nice inclusion. As for the backside, there's not a whole lot of room to place figures. I guess you could place one right here if the jetpack was off, but all of these characters except the armor come with jetpacks, so it's really not that useful. Of course, LEGO could have easily used another piece to go in place of that, so there's a reason for it. It's just not very practical. Because of the suggestion of the skull with horns, I'm guessing they want you to use both sides of this set, but obviously it doesn't look that nice from the other side, so I'd prefer to keep it just one way when I display it. Put together, the set looks really nice, and it actually has a folding function. If you take both ends and fold upward, the can will actually allow it to be stopped, and there goes the Beskar bar right there, so you can display it easier. Now unfortunately this over here doesn't really move, it's just suggesting that it does, but there's a piece that blocks it. So, not actually going to be able to do anything there. The 3 figures that come with this set are actually pretty nice. We've got Din Djarin, the Armorer, and Paz Vizsla over here. Now, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't include Baby Yoda, but I guess this is only a $30 set, so I don't know, it's okay, in my opinion. In case you were wondering, all 3 of these figures come with straight black heads and nothing underneath. Personally, I like the build of the armor, though the horns are a little bit too long and not golden like they were in the show. I would also have recommended that they have some shoulder pads for the fur coat that the armor is given, but of course, LEGO kind of cheaped out on us, which is understandable because they don't want to do a lot with each figure in a set, but still, it would be nice to have shoulder padding. Paz Vizsla comes with a heavy weapon and 2 skulls on his shoulders, as well as a very large jetpack that can hold on to the gun. Din Djarin comes with his accustomed sniper rifle and pistol, as well as a jetpack and arm printing on both sides. I believe this is the same as the other Mandalorian figures, but I would have to double check to make sure. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and remember to subscribe. Leave a comment if you want to, it really helps out the channel. Concerning any feedback you have, any feedback would be appreciated, even just little comments. Trust me, nothing goes unnoticed. Peace out, everyone.